Hi guys, welcome back to another pickups video. I know it's been a while since the last time I made a video, any video, but I have been quite busy. Haven't had time to sit down and make any videos. I just sort of trying to wait till the weekend to maybe make some new content. So I apologise guys for being away for a little bit. Not that probably much people have noticed, but there was a couple of response videos that I've been meaning to do. Just a couple of topics from a couple of YouTubers that I did want to respond to, but I just not got round to it. I don't know if I've left it too long or not. Otherwise, I will try to make them this weekend. But in any case, this is a pickups video. I've got a lot of great titles in this video. I even managed to reach a milestone for my 16-bit collection. Yes, I finally managed to get the last proper sought-after game that I wanted since I started wanting to collect for the 16-bit system again. I won't say what system it is yet. I'm going to leave it till the end. Yeah, so I'm just very happy that I can finally say that I've managed to get every game for one system in particular that I set out to get. So I'm very happy with that. But before we get to that game, I'm going to show you a few games here for various systems. A lot of quality stuff. I've done all right actually. Most of them were bought online, but there was one game that I did find in the wild, and I was very happy to find because it is actually quite a rare game as well. So let's get started here. First game I wanted to show you guys is one for the PlayStation 1. Now this is a game that I've wanted for a while. It's not necessarily an expensive game, although the price does seem to fluctuate on eBay. I've seen this game sell for as little as 99p, and I've seen it sell for as much as £15, and this is on auction. So I'm very, very surprised, but I got it for a good price. But overall I wasn't too happy with it, mainly because the seller did not accurately describe the game. He claimed it was very good condition, but it was not. But I'll get to that in a moment. The game in question is Loaded. This is the big box version. Now I got this, I'm trying to remember how much I paid for it now. It was no more than, I think it was about £2 plus another £2 postage, something along those lines. Definitely wasn't any more than £5 for sure. It was under £5 for sure. But yeah, I'm very disappointed with it because the game is damaged, the case is damaged, and this was not done in the post either. There was no bits and pieces in the parcel. This was clearly sent like this, and also the disc is quite scratched, which really did annoy me. It does play, it plays perfectly well, but the disc was very badly scratched. I would not call it very good condition, and neither is the case. In fact, if I was to leave the case like this, it just sort of falls open, which is not good. I mean, I can replace this case. I mean, fortunately, these are one of those cases that can get replaced, but you know, I wasn't too happy with it. But you know, given the price, it does play and it is complete, so I can't really complain with that. Next set of games here, these are all PlayStation 2 games. These are games that, I mean, I haven't really been, there's not a lot of games out there now for the PlayStation 2 that I've wanted. So I'm just trying to sort of pick up every sort of game here and there that that I've just been trying to, I did want, but you know, weren't necessarily high priorities. But I do have one game here that is quite, not going to say rare, but pretty uncommon, and it was quite a pricey title as well. But the first one I'm going to show you guys is Space Invaders Invasion Day. Now this game has been on my radar for a very long time, but I actually forgot about it for the longest time. And then I saw a Ninja Bear Hugs video. He picked this game up, and it just reminded me to get it. And it's a really good game. This is actually like I mean, it's Space Invaders, but what's really different about this game is that you're not like in a spaceship or anything. You actually sort of play as a human, and you sort of, you know, scroll from left to right, but you sort of you can duck, you can roll. You've got different weapons. The graphics are really nice as well, and it's actually a very fun game. I had a lot of fun with this one. I bought it on eBay. It was £1.95 all in. I got it from one of those websites. I can't remember what it's called. I think it was That's Entertainment. One of those where the games are really, really cheap. It's fully complete, but the box is a little bit damaged, so I do have to replace the box. But the game is really good, so I'm very, very happy to add this one to the collection. And the next one here, this is a very sought after game by me. For those of you that have seen my my PlayStation 2 collection vids, know that I'm a big fan of this particular series, and this was definitely one game that I needed to get for that particular series, and that is King of Fighters Maximum Impact 2. This is the second in the 3D King of Fighters games. It's quite a sought after title. Can get quite expensive, but I got it for, I believe it was £9 something, plus like another £2 postage, so not too bad. You know, I mean, this game can go for a lot more, but it can be bought for a lot cheaper sometimes. But it generally hovers around the sort of £8 to £10 mark, so I'm very happy to finally add this one to the collection. And finally, for the PlayStation 2, this is one game that I'd never heard of this game before. Actually, it was mentioned to me by another fellow YouTuber, Lebosu77. He brought it up in the comment section a couple of times when he was responding to some of my videos, and I looked the game up. I saw some footage of it. It's a shoot 'em up, and it looks really cool. And the game is Geiger Wing Generations. This is a cool vertical shoot 'em up, like a bullet hell shoot 'em up. Quite a pricey game as well, I'm not going to lie. I mean, the one I bought was the cheapest on eBay, but it was still pretty expensive. This was £30, so it was expensive. But this game seems to go for silly money. I mean that was the cheapest. I mean, the game seems to average around the £50 to £70 mark, which I don't know where they got that price from. It's a cool game, but I have to admit though, I don't like it as much as some of the other shoot 'em ups. I mean, the bullet hell, I don't know if I like bullet hell shooters. They just seem a bit too chaotic for me. But it's a nice one to add to the collection anyway. It's a costly game, no doubt, but you know, I will get some enjoyment out of it. But you know, compared to some of the others that I have, this is definitely not my favourite. Moving on, I've got a couple of DS games, and the first one, this was the one that I actually bought in the wild. I found it at CEX. And I couldn't believe it when I saw it, because this is a game that I have wanted for a while, but I actually kind of gave up on it because the game is, I won't go so far as to say it's rare, but on the DS it's quite an uncommon game, and just the cart by itself can go for about £15, believe it or not. So I was very happy to get it boxed and complete, and it cost me £12, and that game is Dragon Ball Z Supersonic Warriors 2, and what this is a 2D fighter, and it's the sequel to a game that was on the Game Boy Advance, which I also own, and it's just a really cool 2D fighting game. I think it plays really well. If you're a fan of Dragon Ball Z, this is definitely a must, and I have to admit, this is probably my favourite Dragon Ball Z game out of all of them. I think I prefer it in 2D as opposed to 3D, but that's just my preference. I mean, you know, most people that watch my videos know that I'm a big fan of 2D fighters, and this is definitely one that I've wanted for a very long time, so I'm really, really happy to get this fully boxed and complete for £12. I can tell you now, this game complete generally goes for about 20, and the card alone goes for 15, which is stupid. But in any case, very, very happy to finally get this one. And next game here, I bought on eBay. Again, this is a game that I've wanted for a long time, but it's held its value. I've just sort of waited to see if it ever came down in price, and it never does. I took a chance on this game as well because the seller was using a stock photo, and with DS games now on eBay, you've got to be very careful because there are a lot of pirates on there. And I took a chance on this, and the reason why I did was because even though it was using a stock photo, the seller did mention that it was a genuine UK version. So I figured, you know, at the very least, he's got no excuse. If it does turn out to be a pirate, I can use that against him. Because there was a cheaper option, but it was a little bit too good to be true. And I emailed that seller first to sort of ask him about it, and he kind of admitted to me that he didn't really know, but he kind of suspected that they might be fakes because he had someone buy the game from him before, and he accused them of it being a fake. So I opted not to buy from that seller. So this was the next best thing. This game holds its value at around £30. It rarely drops below that. But I managed to get this one for £18 plus £2 postage, and for this game I'm happy to pay that price. And the game is Kirby Superstar Ultra. This is a sort of updated port of the Super Nintendo game. It's kind of like a mixture of just sort of like a load of mini games. You know, you've got a couple of typical Kirby 2D side-scrolling platform action in it as well as some other sort of style of mini games, and it's a lot of fun. It's definitely one that I've wanted for a very long time, so I'm very, very happy to finally add this to my DS collection. Moving on, these are a couple of new games here. First one I've got here is for the PlayStation 3, and again, this is a game that I've wanted for a long time, but I've just sort of been holding off for it to drop in price. I managed to get this game for £12.99, but I did actually have to wait for a long time because I bought it on Amazon, but when I ordered the game it was out of stock, so I waited. So I just bought it, had it on pre-order. I had to wait about 3 weeks for this game, but given the price I was willing to wait. So £12.99, and the game is Under Defeat HD Deluxe Edition. As you can see it's still sealed. This is a vertical shoot 'em up where you sort of control a helicopter, like an attack copter. It looks like an awesome game, and for £12.99, brand new and sealed, you just can't go wrong with this. Yeah, so very, very happy to finally add this one because you know, some of these shoot 'em ups are awesome, and you don't get many on the PS3, so it's very nice to have this one. And the next game I've got here, this is for the 3DS. Most of you guys know that I don't even own a 3DS system yet, but I do plan on getting one very, very soon. But I saw this game on Amazon. It was going for a very good price. I just couldn't pass it up. It was £19.99, and that game is the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D. I mean, this game, you know, generally holds its value. So when I saw it drop to £19.99, brand new and sealed, I just couldn't pass it up. So I'm very, very happy to get this and add this one to the collection. And finally, guys, this is it. This is the game that I have wanted for a long time. It was one of the games that I was after from when I first sort of started collecting retro again. And for those of you that have seen my my Mega Drive Part 2 collection, might be able to guess which game it is, because I did sort of bring it up in that video. I already had like a loose cart of it, and the reason why I had a loose cart was because a box copy was quite hard to get, especially in very good condition, because this game is not a UK release, it's a Genesis title. It is a Genesis exclusive game, and unfortunately most of the sellers that were selling a box copy were American sellers that would not ship to the UK, and every now and again you would get like a box copy in the UK, but they were either way overpriced or they just weren't in very good condition. So I was fortunate enough to pick up this game. I found it from a seller in Japan, believe it or not, and this game is in absolute mint condition. And the game in question is Gargoyles. This is a brilliant side-scrolling action game. Unfortunately, this Genesis game comes in a cardboard box as opposed to a plastic clamshell box. So I had to put it in a box protector. Fortunately, I had purchased a load of protectors from Sentinel 64 for my Super Nintendo games, and I had a couple to spare, and fortunately it fits perfectly with this Genesis game. And I have to tell you guys, this game was mint. I mean, I opened it. I mean, the seller claimed it was in very good condition. When it arrived, it was sealed, but I had a feeling it was a resealed because the photos showed all the items inside. But the cartridge is mint. The manual, oh my god, you could swear, I could have sworn this was brand new because the manual still had like that new game smell. And it has the poster and the registration card, and honestly, it was in complete, the box, outer box, everything about this is completely mint. I was so happy to finally get this, and not only get the game, but in such fantastic condition as well. I mean, I don't know if you can tell here because of the box, but it is in mint condition. Sorry about the glare, guys, but yeah, it is in fantastic condition. Yeah, and so this essentially rounds off my most sought after games for both the Mega Drive / Genesis. There are a couple of games that I still want to get. I mean, there's nothing really that I want on the PAL Mega Drive or even the Genesis, but there are a few. No, scratch that. There is one game for the Genesis that I am looking to get, but I will settle for the Japanese alternative. But the thing is, though, is that I've sort of gotten to the point now where since I've got all the games that I want that I initially wanted, the rest of the games I'm just not willing to pay such high prices. I mean, I forgot to mention. Gargoyles was £65 all in, so it was pricey, but you know, for this condition I was very happy to pay that price. So yeah, 65 quid it was. But some of these other games now that I've been looking at, these are games that I really want. Just to name a couple, Musha for the either Japanese Mega Drive or the Genesis. The Genesis one being very expensive. I'm not willing to pay the prices that are being asked for that game. I do want the game, I really do, but it's just not a game that I'm prepared to pay such a high price for. And the other game I want is a Japanese exclusive game, and that is Pulseman, which is like a 2D platformer. And that's the game I've been watching for a long time, but again, it's one of those games that even the Japanese release is just so expensive. So I don't know if I'm willing to sort of shell out that kind of money for these games, which is a shame. But you know, a lot of these retro games now, they're really going up in price. You know, and I just want to, you know, I do want these games, but I don't think I'm willing to spend that kind of money. Especially, you know, these are not games that I initially went after, so I don't know if I'll be willing to shell out that kind of money. But yeah, so I'm very happy to say that is my milestone. That is my my final game, you could say, that I really wanted. This is following such games as Alien Soldier on the Mega Drive, The Punisher. You know, Mega Man Wily Wars, of course. You know, this was another game that I just had to get for my collection, so I'm really, really happy to finally get that. Yeah, I think now I'll probably be putting a lot more focus towards the Super Nintendo, trying to get a few more games that I still really want to get. There's a couple of games that I already have the loose carts, but I've kind of decided that I do want to get them boxed and complete, so I'm going to try and aim for those now. But yeah, so that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please let me know what you thought of the games in the comments below. And of course, as always, please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Yeah, so stay tuned, guys. I will have a few videos coming up very soon. Today is Saturday. I'll probably try and film some new content tomorrow. And just sort of release them throughout the following week. So apologies, guys, especially to those YouTubers that I said I will do response videos. I know I haven't got around to doing them. I'll try and get them done tomorrow, assuming it's not too late already. But I'll do them anyway. And yeah, so that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for another video very soon. And I'll be back later. Bye-bye.